A VPN, short for Virtual Private Network, is a privacy protection tool that is quickly becoming a must-have. But why do you need a VPN, and how does it work in the first place? A VPN helps your data travel through the internet safely, without big companies or cybercriminals being able to spy on your online activities. Also, a VPN swaps the real location of your device with a new one. This way, you can virtually travel to any country around the globe. So, who can benefit from a VPN? If you're worried about your online privacy, a VPN makes sure your identity and private information are not exposed when you go online. If digital security is your top priority, a VPN gives a nice additional layer of security. It encrypts your data so nobody could see what you send and receive. If you are a human rights activist whose freedom of speech is restricted, a VPN helps you to bypass censorship and speak to the world. Or, if you're on holiday in another country, with a VPN, you can bring your home entertainment anywhere you go. Here's a pro tip: check out Surfshark VPN. It has everything you need in a premium VPN, awesome speeds, and industry-leading protection that covers all of your devices. All you have to do is click connect. Secure your digital life and enjoy everything good that the internet has to offer with a VPN you can trust.
Click link in the description and get 81% discount for your first order. Holding your brush pen. Hold your brush pen close to the nib. The nib of a brush pen is the marker part of the pen. Holding your brush pen right above the nib will give you the most control over your brush pen strokes. Experiment with holding your pen closer and farther from the nib to see what feels most comfortable and produces the best results. Use your entire arm to keep your script steady and even. Practice keeping your wrists straight and fingers stationary, allowing the motion of your arm to guide your brush pen. When you need to change your application of pressure, let that force come from the strength of your arm rather than from a change of position or pressure in your fingers or wrist. Trace individual letters of a printed font. Tracing the letters of brush or handwritten fonts printed from your computer will help you get comfortable with using your brush pen to create scripts. You will quickly learn that you must adjust the pressure on your brush pen and its angle to the paper to successfully trace the letters of a font. Practicing by tracing a font can also help you develop a consistent style of writing across individual letters, words, and sentences. Writing with your brush pen. Use upstrokes to create thin lines. Prepare to make the upstroke by holding your pen at about a 90-degree angle to the paper. Applying light pressure, draw your brush pen upwards on the paper. Use downstrokes to create thick lines. Prepare to make the downstroke by holding your pen at about a 45-degree angle to the paper. Applying heavy pressure, draw your brush pen downwards on the paper. Use paper with guidelines to practice writing. As you start writing words and sentences, writing within a designated area will keep your script level across the word or page. You can use lined paper, graph paper, or you can draw your own straight lines across blank pages to make your own guideline paper. Think about how much space you need to create crisp strokes and smooth line transitions when buying or making your guideline paper. If you want to produce hand lettering without guidelines but aren't quite ready to do so, likely pencil in your guidelines and then erase them after you're done writing. Use fonts as a reference for consistent style. As you practice writing with your brush pen, keep a printed font reference nearby. Try to mimic the font you choose to guide the style of your letters and words. Trying more advanced skills. Master the art of connecting letters. Instead of picking your pen up in between letters, give the letters in your words a tail that trails out from the letter itself, kind of like connecting cursive letters. Your tail should be a thin brush stroke that you can easily draw up to connect to the next letter in the word you're writing. If you're having difficulty connecting letters in succession, try giving your letters tails and then going back later to gently make the final connecting stroke between the tail and the following letter. Experiment with creating different fonts. Mastery of brush pen lettering can be evidenced by how many different styles you can letter in. Once you can produce consistent brush pen lettering in one font, find other fonts you like and work on adding these new styles to your repertoire. You can revert to tracing printed fonts as a means of easing yourself into writing with your brush pen in new styles. Learn to create a watercolor effect. You'll need a plastic surface. A watercolor painting palette works great, and a water brush in addition to your brush pens. Use your brush pen to deposit ink onto the palette, then wet your water brush and use it to pick up some color from the palette. Finally, paint onto your paper with the color on your water brush. By adding water, the colors from your brush pens will blend together in the same way that watercolors blend.